This was an important issue that I heard a lot about from your members. We need to make our states safer and make our criminal justice system fairer. And we can accomplish both. This is one of the most complex issues in the budget. We were a little late toward the end there, but you know what? It was worthwhile. And I just want to put out here, when people talk about a late budget, when I was an assembly intern, you know when the budget used to show up? July, August. It was still due March 31st. So you go a couple extra days into overtime and you get the result we got. I think everyone agreed that it was worth it. Those were important conversations to have to get the job done. We know there's been an increase in crime. People are anxious about this. It's all over the country, okay? And I've never said bail reform was the cause of crime going up in Chicago or Washington. It is not. But we have to deal with the fact that there are elements that need to be put back into bail eligibility, starting with violence offenses involving guns. Some of these were just common sense. They need to be put back in. And so we heard from a lot of very passionate voices on both sides of the debate. I respect them very much, and I believe that we've accomplished everything from closing loopholes around discovery, because a lot of cases are being thrown out for really minor reasons, and we changed that, and I know the district attorneys statewide appreciate that. We also looked at what a judge considers when setting bail. You know, the history of gun use, you should be at least considering that. That's important. The cycle of repeat offenders. I mean, a lot of our small businesses are like, come on. Every day someone walks in and they go back and they just get an appearance ticket, which is like a parking ticket. They're back out there. We had to focus on that, as well as crack down on gun trafficking, the definition of what a gun trafficker is, protect victims of domestic violence, victims of hate crimes, more resources for our district attorneys as well as our public defenders, investing in mental health as well. We have a crisis. Again, the crisis has always been there, but when you combine the effects of people being isolated from their treatment and their support system and everything they had to keep them going, all that collapsed during the pandemic. And now this is part of the cleanup. We have to help people. And so we're going to continue focusing on giving people, especially those who are homeless, but everyone who has mental health challenges, let them just have the dignity of a good, healthy life. And that's what I'm focused on as well as making sure we don't go back to an era of mass incarceration of individuals. We have to have fairness in our system. So we know how to do this. We accomplished it in this budget, and that is something that I believe is going to change people's perceptions and as well as the reality. So we put $227 million in gun violence prevention and violence disruptor programs. I convened a gathering of former members who had been incarcerated. Many of them were gang members, and talked to them about programs that actually work, how you intercede, how you talk to these young people before they go too far in the wrong direction, or if they start on this, start bringing them back, let them feel that there's a better future waiting for them. So we're investing in those kind of programs. I want to invest in the ones that work. I don't want to just spread it all around. I want to say, let's identify what really works and put the real money behind those as well. So we've invested in gun violence intelligence as well, tripling our amount of money. That's intelligence sharing among police departments. In fact, in January, I put forth, first time ever, I brought together 9 states to talk about gun interdiction, because we're not making those guns here. They're coming in from other states. Although the specter of ghost guns, which we banned in New York, the legislature passed a law to ban it. I signed it back in November. So they're not legal in our state, but they're showing up in our communities. So we had to bring together a consortium of people from other states, other cities, NYPD, Boston PD as well. So we're continuing to focus on identifying what people are doing and tracking them out of state before they even get here, as well as community stabilization units, and also money for communities that have been hit hard by crime, because it has a ripple effect. It's not just the person who's the victim or the person who maybe be incarcerated. It's the whole community is paralyzed, and the children who grew up in that environment are affected. You have to deal with a holistic approach to dealing with gun violence, and so we're going to be focusing on those sources of funding as well.